Welcome to this explainer. We're diving straight into the real reasons your wallet always feels kind of empty, and we're going to uncover the actual mathematical realities of building wealth. I am absolutely thrilled you're here with us today because we are breaking down those invisible barriers that keep people stuck in a financial loop. We're stripping away all the complex jargon, looking squarely at the data, and building a rock-solid foundation of how money actually works. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start building, you're in the exact right place.
So, why does it feel like no matter how hard you grind, you just can't seem to get ahead? You know the feeling, right? You get a raise, you put in the extra hours, maybe you even pick up a side hustle. But then, end of the month rolls around and the bank account looks identical to the month before. It feels like you're sprinting on a treadmill cranked up to the absolute max, but you aren't actually moving forward. Well, you aren't crazy for feeling this way. There's a very specific combination of psychology and hidden math working against you, and today, we're exposing the whole shebang.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll uncover the hidden traps keeping you broke, break down the difference between living below versus within your means, see exactly why inflation destroys cash, unlock the power of compound interest, and finally, make your money actually work for you. Okay, let's jump right into section 1. Hidden traps keeping you broke. To kick things off, we really have to confront the psychological barriers secretly draining our bank accounts. Because let's be honest, this isn't just about spreadsheets, it's about human behavior. First up is the social media trap. Every single time you open an app, you're bombarded with curated highlights, luxury vacations, new cars, the works. And that feeds right into comparison and social pressure. We're evolutionarily wired to want to fit in with the tribe, so we end up buying things we don't even want with money we don't actually have just to impress people we might not even like. And then there's stress spending. When you're totally burned out, you are incredibly susceptible to that I deserve a treat mentality. You grab a pricey gadget or a fancy dinner just for a quick dopamine hit to relieve the tension. And that brings us to the real cost of the it's just $5 illusion. When you're stress spending, it masks itself as a totally harmless little purchase. A specialty coffee, a random app subscription, a quick fast food run. Your brain literally just dismisses it. Hey, it's just $5, you tell yourself. But those tiny, stress-induced purchases compound against you over time. $5 a day? That's $150 a month. That is nearly $2,000 a year just leaking out of your pocket. It is literally death by 1,000 cuts. Which brings us to section 2. Below versus within your means. Now that we've identified the leaks, let's talk about how we handle the money we do manage to keep. See, society tells us that if we pay all our bills and don't go into debt, we're doing great. That's called living within your means. You earn $4,000, you spend $4,000. Zero buffer. But living below your means, that is where the magic happens. It means intentionally capping your lifestyle so your spending is strictly less than you're earning. That gap right there between what you make and what you spend, that's your wealth buffer. And honestly, that is the only money that can ever buy your financial freedom.
Moving right along to section 3, why inflation destroys your cash.
So just when you think creating that wealth buffer and saving your cash is enough, we got to talk about the invisible thief stealing your hard work while you sleep. If you just leave your money sitting there in a checking account or stuffed under a mattress somewhere, doing nothing is actively destroying your purchasing power. Inflation is basically the steady rise in the price of goods and services over time. It means the dollars you're holding today are losing their muscle. Every single day you hold cold, hard cash, it's quietly evaporating in value. It's a guaranteed loss.
Saving cash alone absolutely leaves you as a victim to inflation. Think about it. If you hold $10,000 today, in year 1, it buys you $10,000 worth of groceries, gas, and rent. But jump to year 5, and that exact same stock of bills buys you significantly less. By year 10, the purchasing power of that idle cash has completely degraded. The number in your bank account might look the same, but the reality of what it can actually provide for your life has just plummeted.
Fortunately, there is a mathematical antidote. Section 4, the power of compound interest. This is the ultimate wealth engine. It is the core secret of literally every financially independent person on the planet. I love this fundamental rule. If you do not understand compound interest, you do not understand wealth. Compound interest acts like a tireless employee working 24/7 to multiply your cash. When you invest that wealth buffer we talked about, it earns interest. Then that interest earns its own interest. It's money making babies, and then those babies making babies. It's the exact opposite of that $5 stress spending trap. Instead of small amounts compounding against you, small amounts are now compounding for you. Unlike inflation, compound interest creates a massive snowball effect that works entirely in your favor. Instead of your money's value sliding downward, it curves exponentially upward. In year 1, sure, the growth might look pretty modest, but by year 5, that curve really starts to steepen. By year 10, your money is growing at a rate that would be flat out impossible to achieve just by saving a piece of your salary. The longer you leave it, the more aggressive the growth becomes. Time is absolutely the most critical ingredient here.
So how do we actually execute this? Section 5, making your money work.
Understanding the math is one thing, but applying it, that takes strategy. And it requires the ultimate mindset shift to finally escape the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. We are all taught to work for money. You give an employer an hour of your life, they give you some dollars. The glaring problem there, your time is strictly limited. You've got to sleep, eat, and rest. But making money work for you changes the whole game. Your capital doesn't sleep, it doesn't take vacations. When you deploy your capital into investments, it works around the clock, generating returns completely independently of your physical labor. Now, when we look at where to actually put that money, the internet loves to hype up day trading and picking the next explosive tech stock, but honestly, picking individual stocks is high effort, highly stressful, and statistically, you're probably going to lose money. An index fund, on the other hand, lets you buy a tiny slice of hundreds of the world's most successful companies all at once. It's diversified. If one company fails, you're protected by the hundreds of others that are crushing it. It is the ultimate hands-off, passive, and steady approach to capturing that compound growth. Let's summarize this entire explainer into a dead simple, actionable plan. 3 steps to take back control. Step 1. Catch yourself the next time you open social media to buy something you don't need, or when you try to soothe a bad day with a quick purchase. Stop the leaks. Step 2, lower your lifestyle to create that essential wealth buffer. Remember, living within your means isn't enough. You gotta live below them. And step 3, take that hard-fought wealth buffer and consistently invest it into diversified index funds. Let time and compound interest do the heavy lifting for you. I really want to leave you with this final thought to challenge how you view every single dollar you earn from today onward. Every dollar that passes through your hands is a choice. It can either be a tiny soldier that goes out into the world to fight for your financial freedom, or it can be surrendered to the traps of comparison, stress, and inflation. The math is totally clear, the strategies are proven, and the choice is entirely yours. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. I highly encourage you to go look at your budget today and start making that crucial shift. Keep learning, keep building, and let's get that money working.